Welcome back to Project Zomboid. Today we're going to be continuing our survivor's attempt at the CDDA challenge. Still trapped in our trailer, we started by changing our bandages and leaving in an attempt to secure a can opener so we can eat more food. Heading out the door, I noticed that the fog was dense, barely able to see a few feet in front of me. Limping ourselves away around the trailer, we ran into a few zombies with our pipe wrench in hand. I was feeling very confident. I smacked the first one around a couple times and stomped the second one out. We made our way into the trailer next door, hoping that we can find that can opener we desperately needed. Not wanting to expose myself, I decided to climb in through the window of the trailer. Then I noticed another zombie that was banging on the bathroom door. He didn't notice me though, so I looked through the cabinets, I found a granola bar, ate that baby in one bite, and I grabbed a jar of peanut butter, just for later. Taking out that zombie, I decided to check the bathroom that he was banging on, only to find a box of painkillers. The main bedroom was empty, 2 beds and 2 boxes with nothing of use. I took another look at our trusty map and remembered the diner I spotted on the way into town. It was a bit away, but I knew that it was stocked with food that we could use for the upcoming days. But it was late and walking around at night was not a great idea, so we went back to our home, set an alarm, and decided to sleep till early morning. Not being able to sleep due to the pain that I was in, I decided to read a bit more into farming until a friend of mine decided to bang on the window. Heading for the exit, I heard the glass break and saw more zombies coming for me. Knowing that I wouldn't be able to fight them, feeling so tired and in pain, I had an idea to get distance and try to take them out one by one. Fighting for my life, I could hear one of the neighbors scream so loud. I guess she became someone dinner. Realizing the scream could be heard from a distance, I fled into the woods. Once I was far enough away, I began shooting into the air in hopes that the zombies would begin investigating the noise and clearing out the trailer park a bit. The close was clear from what I could see until I got too close to the trailer and saw multiple zombies camping out behind a tree. I was spotted and needed to fight my way out. I was putting up a good fight, 1 down, 2 down, but the pain and fatigue was setting in. They came from everywhere, managing to attack me from 3 sides and eventually putting an end to our survivor. Right on time, too. Attempt number 3. The third attempt began a bit better as the bathroom side of our house was not on fire. We found a shirt, quickly equipped it, and bandaged up our wound. Heading out the restroom window, I saw the garage was still intact and jumped right in, hoping to find a weapon. This was the first time for me. At least the garage wasn't set ablaze as usual. Nothing special was stored inside, but we did manage to get another long sleeve shirt, which I equipped it to stay a bit warm. As I was leaving, a neighbor crashed in and I showed him the bottom of my feet, which was a good idea because I needed his shoes to travel through the woods. I knew exactly where I needed to go, and it was to the farmhouse. I got there in one piece, and the shed had a nice rake inside that I could use as a weapon. The house itself only had some canned foods, but nothing special. Not wasting precious daylight, I left the house heading north to look for more supplies. I ran into 2 zombies and decided to give the rake some use. Unfortunately, it broke right away. I needed to take them out. Pushing and stomping was the technique I learned long ago. Quickly taking the farmer's boots and a knife he had on hand, a lovely lady in a long black dress came from behind. I disposed of her and her friend quickly. I tried to avoid using a knife, but that too ended up breaking right away on a zombie's skull. I thought it was my lucky day. I found a sewing kit on the floor. I opened it up, but there wasn't a needle in sight. I needed that to stitch my wound together. I was bleeding slowly and still in pain, but I did manage to get a nice watch off of this fine fellow right here. The shove and stomp technique was the only thing I could do to defend myself until I could get into this small warehouse. I jumped in through the window and another zombie spotted me. I used this to my advantage. I let them crawl in and stomp them before they could stand up. 1, 2, and 3. They were all down. Securing a nice purple hiking bag and a hunting knife, I was ready. As I began to search inside, I heard another zombie pressing his face against the window. He broke it, making a lot of noise, and it got me worried that more zombies would hear this. This place was not safe. Broken windows, big opening without a door. I had to leave. I went back to the zombie that had the hiking bag because they had a boonie, so I decided to equip it to make my character look a bit more cooler. Seeing another zombie inside, shove and stomp, I took him out. As I walked out, what a surprise, there was a shack right outside the warehouse. Front door unlocked, curtains closed. I decided to look around, but it was empty. It was late, I needed rest, and there was a comfortable bed. I slept until sunrise, drank some tap water, and popped a painkiller and set off south. Stumbling upon two abandoned houses, I don't even know why I bothered looking inside, but I did. There was nothing. As I was foraging right outside, I found some berries on a bush and I ate them. I didn't know if they were safe, but my stomach was eating itself and I needed something. So I decided to eat them, and I didn't puke, so we kept it moving. I did it. I found what I thought to be safe. It was a house surrounded by a tall fence. I climbed over and began clearing the area of any nearby zombies. One inside that I let out to save the window from being broken. As I climbed inside, I heard knocking on the door. I let him in, I shoved him around and stomped him a bit more. Another was at the other window and I quickly took care of him. But that's when I noticed my stomach was upset. I wasn't feeling great, and it must have been those wild berries. I tried to drink some tap water to see if it would help, but another straggler came to the house. After taking him out, I went to the fridge and found a bottle of mustard. I know, it's mustard, but I needed to put something in my tummy. I didn't like it one bit, but it was better than starving, and I was hoping that it could help settle my stomach from those wild berries. As I was walking out, I did a self-awareness check, and this was it. The berries were poison. I quickly stashed everything in my backpack and headed back to the beginning in hopes to hide the bag for the next survivor. I was too weak. There were zombies everywhere. It was over. I dropped the bag and tried to shove and stomp technique one more time, but the zombie took me out faster than I expected. Today's attempts were met with many difficulties. We lost not one, but two survivors. We also learned, don't eat wild berries, especially ones that you don't know if they're poison or not. The shove and stomp technique, definitely useful, but don't do it if there's more than 2 or 3 zombies around. They will surround you and take you out faster than you know. Thanks again everyone for checking out my CDDA challenges on Project Zomboid. I really do appreciate it. The last video got great support. Thank you all. I will be making more of these, but I think I'm going to hold off until build 42 that I'm super excited for. Stay tuned guys. I do stream Project Zomboid on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We do have a dedicated server going on, limited slots. You're more than welcome to join the Discord. Link is in the description. I'll catch you all and have a great night. Peace out.